Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently holding for further traffic clearance.
Check out Kristen's new website, magicaljourneysvacations.com, for all your vacation needs. Disney, Universal, cruise lines, and more.
Thank you for traveling with us.
magicaljourneysvacations.com. Have her book your magical vacation today.
WDW After Dark. Now loading.
WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. Starring Jeff Davis, Aljon and Eric Allen. WDW After Dark is live and uncensored. Call the hotline at 410-98-WDW-AD. Follow us on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast and Twitter at WDW After Dark. Headline news: Disney food, video games, Marvel and Star Wars. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. And now prepare yourself for WDW After Dark.
Welcome one and all to yet another edition of WDW After Dark, your webcast for fans of Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, Muppets, and so much more. If you like the theme parks, if you love comic books, we are the place you need to be. And we have our webcast and our podcast available on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and so much more. For our complete show archives, visit WDWAfterDark.com. We'd love to see you there, and we'd love for you to spread the word about our program. Before we get into our Disney discussion, Eric, what is our Disney discussion for today?
Our Disney discussion, I'm glad that you asked.
Yeah.
Our Disney discussion is actually tying into the last segment that we did, the last show that we did, because, you know, we do two shows at once during each recording session. The last show had so much Marvel in it. We're just kind of riding that Marvel wave. And we are talking about our top 5 Marvel things, quote unquote things. It could be anything that we want to eventually see at Walt Disney World, because we all know you can have Marvel at Disneyland and you can have Marvel at the other Disney parks around the world, but you can't have Marvel in Walt Disney World.
Not yet.
Why? That darn park Universal has an exclusivity contract with Marvel.
Yes.
That basically says, hey, you can use the parks, you can use the characters in the parks as much as you want for as long as you want. And nobody else on that side of the continent can do it.
It pains me.
Yes.
Absolutely pains me. So we're going to talk about that. And once again, don't forget, thank you for that, Eric. We will be talking about that. And the other thing, too, is you can support our show. We're on Patreon. And yes, for just a nominal fee every month, you can donate to the show so we can bring you this show for free every single week. And then you can even become part of the show if you would like. You can also shop using our Amazon links. Before you go to Amazon, because I know you do, I buy stuff from Amazon all the time. Simply go to WDWAfterDark.com and click on our banner. There you can start shopping away. You can use our little convenient search box so you can find the items that you want, that you need for your home or for gifts, much like some of our brand new Kingdom Hearts game. I know that the Kingdom Hearts game is going to be great. That has just been recently released. I know, Eric, you're looking forward to checking that out because you are an avid gamer. Yes, absolutely. And of course, also new trailers for Star Wars virtual reality coming to a PlayStation near you. And those, I tell you, that looks amazing. I can't tell you how amazing that looks. I cannot wait. Maybe, just maybe, I'll get a PlayStation 4 for Christmas.
That's what you've been saying.
Yeah, I know. I've been saying it now for years. I haven't had one yet, but that's okay. One of these days I may. That virtual reality does look pretty awesome, and I look forward to checking that out during CES this coming winter. Ooh, yes, that'd be nice. Eric, you should come up to Las Vegas and go to CES and hang out with me, because you're a technology guy. You would love it. You would absolutely love it.
I would absolutely love it.
Once again, all of our great shopping links are there at magicaljourneysvacations.com. Yes, you might be thinking about doing a cruise. You might be thinking about taking the family to Disneyland Resort or the Walt Disney World Resort or even the Universal Orlando Resort. So I tell you what you need to do. Go ahead and contact Kristen using our link at magicaljourneysvacations.com. She will hook you up and send you on your way to a magical vacation and help save you money. And don't worry about all that hassle and rigmarole. Kristen will do it for you at magicaljourneysvacations.com. All of our links to that and much more go shopping at WDWAfterdark.com, especially for Halloween costumes. All right. For our top 5 Disney discussion. Eric, once again, we have a big top 5 of Marvel this week. You mighty Marvel geek,
top
you.
Top 5 Marvel things that we would eventually love to see at Walt Disney World.
Yes. So I shall now there's a lot, and you mentioned this a little bit during the intro. There's so much that we would love to see at Walt Disney World, but we can't because of that dang agreement with Universal Studios Orlando.
And to be honest, and to be in all fairness, Disney is looking for ways they can get around that. I've heard conflicting rumors, conflicting reports as to how well they can do it and the technical details of it. But by and large, we're not going to see it. That doesn't mean we don't want it. So these are the 5 things that we want to see come to pass at Disney World.
All righty. So let's have the applause in the background. I like this. I like where this is going. And Eric, would you want to start with your number 5?
Yes.
Go for it.
My number 5, these are not in any particular order.
Okay.
As in, I want to see this more than that. I want to see Innoventions in Epcot rethemed to become the Stark Expo.
I like it.
Now, we kind of had that to some extent over in Disneyland, and we are getting that. I say we, but Hong Kong is getting it. Hong Kong Disneyland is getting it. It's supposed to open sometime this year. It is a 3D motion simulator attraction under construction in the Tomorrowland, go figure. And according to the story, it's set at Stark Expo, where Tony Stark is recruiting guests to fend off extraterrestrial beings that are attacking Hong Kong. I would love to see that attraction come to Innoventions. It can kind of take the place of Some of All Thrills. But I really just want to see Stark Expo. It ties into the World's Fair theme that Epcot supposedly is supposed to have, but doesn't have much of anymore. Even the Stark Expo and Iron Man 2 even had Sherman Brothers music for it. Did you know that?
I did. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to be, it had the Carousel of Progress feel to it. So, yeah, I would love to see that happen.
I don't disagree. I think that would be an excellent thing to have, and it makes sense. You're right. That was like the best part of Iron Man 2, to be quite honest.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Everything about the Stark Expo, the music, the graphics, the video, the fact that Tony Stark's father was basically a spitting image of Walt Disney.
Yes.
All that was just outstanding. So I agree with you. So
even Justin Hammer at the Stark Expo was fun.
yes, I agree. Justin Hammer for sure. My number 5 is actually an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters. So I feel like everybody is part of the Marvel universe. Stan Lee has oftentimes said that the Marvel universe is a reflection of our back window. Whatever you can see, that is exactly what the Marvel universe touches. Very much like Mufasa and Simba, but it's a reflection on our world today. And another thing that has been mentioned in recent Marvel comics is Avengers World. Everyone is an Avenger. You're an Avenger. You help make the world a better place. There is a place for people to be heroes. And I think having a S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters there, where you can go in and you could cosplay, you could get a superhero test, and you can get an ID and cosplay and have photos taken and meet various agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Captain America or whomever it is that you're going to be there, I think would be great, because I think a lot of people have that. Not to mention the fact that you could also have an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. testing range there and have a Buzz Lightyear type of experience. You go in there, you get tested for your accuracy and how good of a shot you are. And I think that would be a really cool, like a shooting gallery thing. I hate to say it be like Men in Black or something like that, but I mean that really would be a great thing. And I think the whole Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. aspect would be great. You could do like the whole Bibbidi Bobbidi boutique in there as well, and have young just have men and women, young men, young girls and boys go in there and get their Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ID, and it would be a great tie-in with the ABC program of the same name. I mean, that would be just really cool, because who wouldn't want to be Agent Fitz or Agent Simmons or Melinda May or Agent Coulson?
I'd be Agent Servo. That's all there is to it.
Agent Servo, exactly right. I've got my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ID, much like yourself. I've got my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ID, and I love it.
I think that's a fantastic idea, and I think Disney Cruise Line has something like that.
It is. It's very similar.
It wouldn't be too hard of a stretch.
No. I think it would be an excellent tie-in. So that's my number 5.
You could put that in Interventions with Stark Expo.
I agree. Great minds think alike. Your number 4, Eric.
Okay, my 4th thing that I would like to see in Disney that ties into Marvel, and we're staying in the same park of Epcot. Characters in World Showcase. Now, one thing that you notice as you go through Marvel, especially in the comics, there are a lot of characters from other nations, including, heck, all right, I'm just going to sidetrack here. This was not part of my original idea, but since I'm now thinking of it, you know how you would have Thor in Norway, but Norway's no longer Norway. It's freaking Arendelle because of Frozen. And since Disney has kind of opened that door, because love is an open door, I can't just let it go. I'm sorry.
Wow. Zing.
2 words for you. Wakanda Pavilion.
Yes.
Just let that sink in for a minute.
Would it take the place of the Coca-Cola Cool Zone?
Well, it could. There is enough space, last I heard, I'm thinking I've got this right, for like 8 additional pavilions. So it could take that place, or it could be somewhere else. I think that's a good spot for it. Of course, you would have Black Panther at that one. Okay, you have, let's see. Of course, this would probably involve something with Fox, but you have Logan in Canada. Captain Britain in the United Kingdom Pavilion. I would love to see a Captain Britain meet and greet.
Sure.
Nightcrawler in Germany.
Yeah, you might as well add Alpha Flight to Canada.
Yeah, there you go. Alpha Flight to
I have
Canada.
a whole bunch of Canadian heroes.
If you could bring me an animatronic Sasquatch, I would love that forever.
Yes.
Of course, he'd break down almost immediately, and you just have to put a strobe light on him.
Ouch.
Yeah.
The Yeti.
The Disco Yeti Sasquatch.
Yes.
But yeah, characters in World Showcase from
like
their respective countries.
Yeah, my number 4 is along the same lines as yours, but I was thinking also of a character meet and greet. And I was thinking about the Avengers Tower. And the Avengers Tower, not the Avengers Mansion, but the Avengers Tower or Stark Tower, would be something that you could put in a lot of different places. But if we go Epcot, we go Epcot. If we go to Hollywood Studios, we have Hollywood Studios. But basically, it's a place where every Avenger has a great room. They could do character meet and greets. Tony Stark's Hall of Armor would be there. A bunch of really cool things that can be found there. And I would love to see movie accurate costumes and meet and greets for all the Avengers. That just goes without saying. We do have somewhat of that kind of thing going on in Disneyland, although I think it's kind of more of a stopgap measure. I don't think it's exactly what they want. It's not exactly what I want as a fan. With the Hall of Armor and the Stark Industries Innovations area is what they call it, or something of that nature. But yes, I think having an Avengers Mansion where you can meet the Avengers hanging out, I think would be an amazing thing. That's something else you could fold into Interventions there at Epcot. Absolutely, you could. Has a lot of possibilities.
Like like an Avengers Ready Room or something.
Yes. Yeah. I would hate to say the Danger Room, but that's coming up.
No, not quite.
Go ahead.
Although,
yes,
I don't. Did y'all talk about this during one of the weeks I was out? Disney has submitted patents for interactive hotel rooms.
Yes,
you did.
Yeah, I think we did mention that.
Okay, that's almost your Danger Room right there.
Yes. So,
all right,
holodeck.
All right, I am so glad y'all talked about it, even though I wasn't there to join in on it.
Yeah, I think that we may bring it. We should bring it up again when everybody gets back. But
all right,
yes.
Okay, my number three.
Number 3
is a Star Tours type ride attraction with either Quinjets or the Milano.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually thinking more Milano because you could have so much more fun with that.
I like it. I like where your head's at. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm down with the Milano. I'm down with Liz Milano. I'm down with the Milano Starship. I'm down with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Escape from Nowhere, whatever you want to call that attraction of yours. I think that would be amazing. I've been saying amazing a lot. Feel free to drink if you're playing out at home.
There you go. Well,
right. No, I'm totally down with that. I think that the Guardians of the Galaxy just lends itself so well to so many different attractions.
It does not lend itself well to Tower of Terror. I'm sorry.
Not the first pick on my mind. Not the first pick I would have.
Mission Space would be the most appropriate in my mind.
Yes. Well, that goes to my number 3, and that would be a refurb of Mission Space, and I mentioned this again with the Fantastic Four. So, all right, that is if we have any Fantastic Four left, if they're going to continue to do it.
Okay. I don't disagree with that idea.
Mm-hmm.
But first, let's get Fantastic Four back into Marvel Studios so we can have it done right.
Yes.
Before we do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it will be sooner than later. I think they realize that they better not put out any more crap movies. So
yeah.
That was just bad. But yes, I love the Fantastic Four growing up. I think it's a great story of a group of family superheroes. The Incredibles obviously have a lot drawing from inspiration from that, as well as No Ordinary Family, if you ever watched that TV show. So many others have been inspired by the Fantastic Four. I just wish the Fantastic Four franchise films were inspired by the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a natural fit for Mission Space as far as an overlay or refurb would be concerned, provided that as Eric had mentioned, the film rights go back to Marvel Studios and they're able to do it well. And who knows, maybe they might appear in one way or another in the upcoming Infinity Wars films, which has been rumored about, as of late. So we'll see. We shall see. Eric?
Okay. What was this? Number 3. Okay. This is the number 4 or the number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of a place called the Savage Land?
I have, yes.
In the comics. Okay. In the comics, the Savage Land is a hidden region of Antarctica. And it's not a frozen wasteland. It's like a tropical region. Surrounded by volcanoes, founded by the Beyonders, and colonized by the Atlanteans. It's got a history. But basically, you've got a prehistoric jungle smack dab in the middle of Antarctica. Put that in Animal Kingdom in place of Dino Land USA.
There you go.
You can get rid of Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama. I don't have a problem with it, but I know there are plenty of people who do. You can kind of incorporate, Countdown to Extinction. Excuse me, they call it Dinosaur now. It'll always be CTX to me. The ride vehicles still have CTX on it.
It does, yes.
But this is a perfect place to bring in more quote unquote live animatronic dinosaurs. You get where they're not real creatures, so they don't belong in Animal Kingdom. Yeah. Don't let that dragon head hit you on the way in there.
What are they going to say about Avatar? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're also. It doesn't belong in there. They're not real creatures.
Oh, guess what? Mickey and Minnie Mouse are not real creatures either.
Yeah. Darwin didn't create talking mice, okay?
Maybe if they were exposed to the ooze, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
I get my franchises mixed up now. But
Teenage Mutant Ninja Mickey.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be funny.
Now available from Playmates. So, well, that is very good. Are we to our? Do I have number 2 or do we have number 1?
This is the second to last.
Okay, second to last. Okay, number 2.
Call it number 4. Call it number 2. Just don't call it crap.
So number 2. We'd spoken a lot about. For me, I think getting into the universe is all great. But I really I really enjoy thrill rides. I really do. And the Hulk is a great example of a thrill ride from the Universal Orlando Resort that is awesome. But I think maybe, just maybe, we should have a Streets of New York based attraction, e-ticket type of thrill ride, where you go through the streets of New York City. And you avoid getting beat up by Marvel's Rogue Gallery, whether it be Doctor Doom or, Mephisto or whomever it is. We're fighting Thanos at the end of the day. You never know. But
kind of like the Spider-Man ride at Universal.
Kind of like the Spider-Man ride at Universal, but better.
Much better. Okay,
much better. New York has been a backdrop of the Marvel Comics since day one. And I think that type of adventure would be really cool, to give it an updated look. And it doesn't just necessarily have to be Spider-Man all the time and his rogues. It could just be everything Marvel in there. So maybe that would be a pretty cool thing. I can envision it. I can see myself writing it. So there you go. Number 2.
Okay. My last one of the evening. Anything. I do mean anything combining Doctor Strange and Yensid.
Okay. Explain to our audience who may have turned on to the show because of the Marvel references or the Disney Park references. If you don't know who Yensid is, Eric, please elaborate.
Okay. If you remember the movie Fantasia, you remember Mickey Mouse being the sorcerer's apprentice, and the sorcerer being a very stern-looking individual, a wizard of supposedly great power, who also is careless enough, shall we say, to leave his magic hat where a little talking mouse can get it and try to make his chores a little easier. Not very conducive to workplace safety. Very big OSHA violation, right? Anyway, the sorcerer is named Yensid, and that name is Disney spelled backwards.
Oh, yes.
So there you go.
I like it. And if you watch Once Upon a Time, there is actually a Yensid on Once Upon a Time. So there you have it. There you have it. Very good. Very good. My number 1 is something that is, this is, of course, the top 5 Marvel things we would like to see at the parks at some point. And at some point, I would like to see a 5th gate, and be it Marvel World or Marvel Universe, the Marvel Universe. I think all of those ideas, Eric, that you had mentioned, all of the ideas I've mentioned, and so many others who dreamed about having their own Marvel park. In fact, there was talk about Marvel actually opening their own theme park in Dubai, if I'm not mistaken, back in 2000, I'd say maybe 2006, 2008.
It would have been before 2009 for sure.
Yeah, it was before the purchase. And I think that would have been a great idea. Boy, would I have loved to get my hands on the concept art for Marvel Universe, the theme park. And I think the Marvel characters and the Marvel franchise would be able to sustain, at this point, their own gate. It's possible. It's pie in the sky. It's thinking, and maybe even better, as a separate area or another world or an expansion, if you will, to a current theme park. That would make sense. Make it a branch off of, Future World, if you will, in terms of Epcot, to bring more people to Epcot, to get more people through the turnstiles, to fund a huge rehab of Future World. Maybe that might be a really cool thing. And then you could have other things, who knows? You could have Submariner. Apparently, I understand the rights, are still in
Submariner
in the living seas. There you go. Wouldn't that make sense?
The seas with Namor and friends.
Exactly. You see, once again, I set it up and you bowl them down, Eric. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. But one can only hope we could have a 5th gate that's dedicated to Marvel and everything Marvel. Eric?
That sounds good to me. I mean, we are getting a Marvel land over at Disney California Adventure, apparently.
We are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But an entire park would be nice.
Yeah, Marvel appeals to all men, women, boys, and girls, everybody. And It allows people to aspire to be greater than they actually are. You and I know are both heavily influenced as children by the Marvel comics and the writing of Stan Lee and the art of like a Steve Ditko or Jack Kirby. And that still fuels us to this very day. Marvel is an inspiring franchise, and I'm so happy that in 2016 that the light has never been brighter in terms of the Marvel universe and the comic books and the TV shows and the films. So I'm very happy about it. I think we had a great top 5, Eric.
Well, I do aim to please.
Yes. Speaking of Marvel, Mr. Eric Allen, our comic book resident gamer, our comic book expert, the Mighty Marvel Geek, you've got a lot of things to promote. Why don't you tell people about your podcast and your radio shows and where people can find you on the internet?
Okay, well, to start off with the podcast and the radio shows, you can hear me on Sorcerer Radio twice a week, Tuesdays at 8 a.m. Eastern with the encore at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Sorcom review, and then Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern as part of Mighty Marvel Geeks, which is also available in podcast format at weebegeeks.net.
Very good. I'll also give a shout out to Jeff and Kristen. You can follow her at Dining at Disney, at diningatdisney.com. You can follow Jeff at at DW_60. And I'm sure he cross promotes with his YouTube and all that on those events as well on his social media. So I'm looking forward to the time when all four of us can come back and chit chat. You follow me.
It will happen one day.
It will. You can follow me at Jedi Mouseketeer on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I also host a bunch of different podcasts as well on Sorcerer Radio. Eric and I are proud members of the Sorcerer Radio DJ staff for over 15 years, broadcasting music from the Disney parks, and we're proud to be part of it. WDW Tiki Room is on Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. For the Encore edition. More at srsounds.com. You can download the great apps and listen and stream for free. You can check out the podcast also on demand at wdwtikiroom.com, iTunes, Stitcher, in there as well. And then you can also check out WDW After Dark, wdwafterdark.com. The archives are there, all of our shopping links. If you want to buy those great Halloween costumes, you can do that as well there. There's plenty of links for that at wdwafterdark.com. Also on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast and Twitter at WDW After Dark. Don't forget, it is better after dark. And thank you for joining in our top 5 Marvel discussion for tonight. And I just can't wait till the next time. I'm hoping all of us are here. Otherwise, it'll be another Go Bro show. So I can't wait. Thank you, Eric, for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Glad to make it.
We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.